Hi guys, welcome to another update of Hither Green TMD in O-Gauge. A continuation of the last video is I am still waiting. Nothing has yet arrived in the post from anywhere in the world. LEDs, motor mounts, masking tape so I can continue the resprays of the class 60s. Buffers and things for the Grampus wagon, which is the subject of this video. I have done lots of tinkering and detailing of the bottom of this kit, but what I haven't yet done is the end steps. So I'm going to do in this video just a little closer look at the wagon and where I've got to, and to make the steps for the end. So we'll go over to the workbench, grab me a cup of tea, and we'll have a look at the wagon. Right, so here we are at the workbench. The Grampus wagon as is at the minute. As you can see, I have done quite a bit of detailing work. I've added the door springs on the side, having shaped the ends with a pair of pliers, and the folds where the instructions said the fold should be. I've also completely done these brakes, as you've seen previously. I've now finished the brakes. The last thing off it was the brake pipe that runs end to end. So we've also got the safety loops here, which are made out of welding wire. White metal castings for the brake hangers. And the rest is scratch built from styrene strips of various shapes and sizes, and the gusset plates, which aren't actually included in the kit at all, just not part of the kit but quite prominent on the wagon. And the other thing that I've had to make is some lamp brackets, slightly overscale, but will do me fine, because it's now a vacuum fitted wagon instead of an unfitted wagon. You can go at the rear of the train, so a provision was made for a tail lamp to be fitted. I'm still waiting in the post for the buffers, some oleo buffers for this one, and yeah, so today's little job, if I get past here, is to make the end steps that go on the end of the buffer beam. These aren't actually very big at all, so it should be an easy little job really. If I can just get the right etch out of the box. Fingers are fat and things in the way. Right, so I have two steps. Now that's this item here. There's two steps, one for each end in the opposite corners. And the instruction tells me in which order to make the folds, and then what I'm going to do is apply a little spot of solder to join it all together, and that is the reason I'm doing this video, because I've not actually used solder generally in the past. I've just used super glue to stick stuff together, but I've just got some solder, and we'll see what the result is. If you see this video, then obviously it's going to be a success. Fingers crossed. So anyway, I'm going to have a slurp of my cup of tea before I get going, and today's mug, which is still very hot, is the Stratford Class 47 group mug. They've got 47,367, 47,596 and 47,580. Two of them on the Mid-Norfolk Railway and one running around with West Coast, currently having some repairs done, expensive repairs, but that's what you get for running on the main line. So by all means, give them a shout, have a look on their website and things, see what they're up to. Anyway, so we shall now get on. So the tools we're going to need are my side cutters, which I still haven't replaced yet. a needle file for cleaning up the burrs. I'm going to use my gas soldering iron because it's easier than getting the electric things out, and a tiny little pair of hobby pliers for holding it whilst bending. So hopefully this is all we'll need, as well as some flux and solder. So first off is to cut the two items from the sprue with side cutters. Obviously it's best with sharp side cutters. There's one. Say the sharp one would be better. And there's two. So there we go. So it's now just a case of clean off the edges with the needle file. Just to remove where the that's removed, that one, and just two on this one. No, it's three. That bit's a bit flexible, so I'm going to hold that in the pliers. Oh, too many fingers. Just to get a bit of support. It's slightly awkward because I'm doing it cack-handed because of the camera and that in the way. Otherwise you're just going to see elbow and arm. But yeah, we need there. On the last one, this tiny little one, and it will just be a quick. So both those are now clean. So folds. According to this, which is fold number 1, is the top of the support. Perhaps I need another pair of pliers. No, it's going. Nope, so bear with me while I get another pair of pliers out so that I can hold this better. Okay, so I can't find my pliers, so this is the closest thing that I've got. I've got pliers everywhere, I just never around when I want the ones that I want. Let's just work out which was the best way to grip hold of these. So, according to that, I'm going to use my hammer and use it like a vice. So we'll stick that there. adjust it slightly. There we go. Now it's folding. So this is why I generally don't work with brass and etches and use plastic and super glue, because I'm more equipped for dealing with that sort of thing. So, how's it looking? Well, that's pretty good. So that is bend number 1. Okay. So according to the instructions, bend number 2 is this one. Bend that there. Bend number 3 is to twist the step up, but I'm going to do it slightly. I'm going to do it out of order because I want the back of the step to go in front of the vertical part. So I'm going to bend him up there, then fold him there, and then him on the end, and there we have one step. Just a slight little tweak which I can do in front of my eyes. And that, I'm happy with that. So there we have a little step. So I shall repeat that again with the next one. So as long as we can get this folded over decently on the top here, in the right direction, it's a pretty good little robust step. Maybe I might be coming down with a bit of a cold, but anyway, let's see. Getting a cold because it's only 28 degrees outside today. Anyway, let's try and get this folded over. So keep repositioning it because we want the fold to be where the fold is meant to be. Okay, so there's that. So again, I'm going to bend up this tab. And then I'm going to fold it across there. Fold up the back. And then carefully fold up the end. A small tweak off the camera just to, because it's easier to see what I'm doing. And there we have the second step. So what I'm now going to do is put a bit of solder in the back to hold it all together, and back in a second while I rearrange all this. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I've just clipped them all in there because it's going to be hot. I have got my flux here to hand, which will help the solder flow into the joints and clean the metal. So I've cleaned what I can. It's not that easy to get into some of the corners, but perhaps in hindsight I should have cleaned them before I folded them. But there we go, live and learn. Something for the future. So there we go. So we get a bit of flux on there, flux down the back. Not that you can see what I was doing because you've got my hand in the way, so we'll try and do this one the other way around. So I'm literally just going to paste a bit into the corners where I want the flux to go, solder to go rather, so in the corners down the back and push it down the back and the little spots and yeah. So hopefully the solder will flow freely wherever the flux is. Like I say, I've not done this before, so this is going to be an interesting learning session. We'll do it on the video and it's either going to go horribly wrong, in which case you won't ever see this video, or we'll be alright. So there's that. So I've got some lead here. What I'm tempted to try on one of them is I've got an offcut of the white metal from the brake rigging. And I might use a bit of this to see how that flows. So we'll get that down there like that. I'll do one with that and one with the other stuff on standby. So, where's my gas soldering iron? It's over the back here, and hopefully I've got enough in it. Enough gas. We'll see how we go. Okay, so I've got my gas torch on here. I'm going to hold that little bit of lead with my pliers. I'm going to just gently heat that and see what happens. And there we go, as easy as that. That's flowed really nicely. Okay, so actually I'm going to use that on the other one as well. Won't bother with my solder. Waste not, want not. It would either only go in the bin. And we'll just get that one level on the end there. And there we go. We'll heat it up. The flux goes all runny and bubbly. And just put a spot. As quick as that. Job is done. Stand that at the back. So you can see there, the solder's flowed round the back. and it's all now one solid piece. I'm happy with how that's come out. Now we'll drop that on the floor. This is why I vacuum clean before I do anything, so I can see it. And yeah, it's not hot, so yeah, I'm really happy with that. Basic little step, which I can now go and clean up and fix on the end of the wagon, on the buffer beam. So I'll be back shortly. So yeah, got my old toothbrush. It's not my best toothbrush, obviously. Got to clean the flux off because it's acidic, and obviously we want paint to stick to it afterwards and everything else. So we just need to make sure it's cleaned up before we try to fix it to the wagon. I reckon that's probably clean enough. That's one, and the other one is in here. Clean. There we go, job done. Let's put that out of the way. Give it a dry tissue paper. There's one. Don't know how long this is going to last on the wagon before they get knocked off. There's the other one. And a bit of sandpaper here. Just clean off the top. Give the glue something to cling to. So it's all clean and roughed up. Super glue, put a tiny little amount on there, doesn't need much at all. File. Take the file. It's handy because it's small to just hold it nice and firm. And there we have the end step on the wagon. We'll just do this other one. Tiny little spot of super glue. Like I say, this is probably not going to last long before they go flying somewhere across the room, never to be seen again. But I'm sure there was plenty on the main line, ended up without steps in between repairs. My wife is now home and she's confirmed there's nothing in the post again today, so a bit more disappointed, a bit longer to wait. And there we are, both sides done. So all I need now for the Grampus wagon is the buffers, and then I can get on with painting it. I might actually just spray everything. The buffers are going to be green, so I'm going to always paint them before I fit them. So my next video might be a bit of airbrushing on this, and with a bit of light grey on it. That'll make the detail pop out a bit more so you can see it clearer. But there we go, that's where we're at. I thought I'd just stick that out there, try something that I haven't done on a model, so we are a success, so you're going to see it. So anyway, if you enjoyed this little video, any questions, please ask, subscribe, share the video to people, and I'll catch you with the next one. See ya.